everyone. I'm Nenye from Fast Error-Free English, where we correct your errors in second language English learning. Today, we're going to talk about spelling errors, and we have 8 spelling strategies that actually improve your spelling. We're going to talk about this, and hopefully at the end, spelling. The first strategy is to keep a spelling journal. Do you have a little book that you put in your bag or in your pockets where you write words that you find difficult to spell? This helps a lot. But you will write them in ways that you will easily remember. If you have a look at this example, if you find beginning or tomorrow difficult to spell, when you're writing in your journal, you will write the parts you really forget in capitals. And whenever you're reading it, it's better. And what time do you have to read it? You have lots of time during the day. In a bus or a little, maybe a break while you're eating lunch at work or in school, you will certainly find lots of time to add and review your spelling journal. Then next, we have this strategy: look, cover, spell, and check. Just follow this procedure. Let's use a word like that beginning, for instance. You look at the word very well. Then you cover the word and try and write the spelling, after which you will check to see if you're correct. Try to do this about 3 or 4 times in a day. Even if you do only 5 words, you would have learned quite a lot. The third strategy is overpronunciation. Unfortunately, the English language does not spell as it sounds. So if you want to get better at spelling, you have to help yourself by pronouncing these words the way they are spelled. Of course, you will still add the actual pronunciation. Let's give an example with excellent. Now, this is excellent. However, to spell well, I'll pronounce this word as excellent. Have you seen how that helped me? I know that there will be 2 L's. Excellent. That's overpronounce it in syllables. And then at the end, still mention the correct pronunciation to help you. For instance, I'll say excellent. Excellent. So you get on both sides. You have the spelling help, and you already also know the way to pronounce it. Then let's look at word analogy. This is a very good strategy. Here you say the mistake that you usually make in that spelling, and then you join it with the correct spelling. Say it to yourself so you remember it. An example is, you can say something like, I thought supersede had a C, but it's actually an S. I bet you will never write it with a C again, because you've told yourself this. Then another example, you can say, I usually add an O before the U in pronunciation, but there's none. If you say it to yourself, you will hear it, and this helps quite a lot. Do it with many of the words that you find hard to spell. Say your mistake and the correct one. Comparison strategy is a bit like word analogy, but in this case, you are comparing 2 similar words, not different parts of the same word, as in word analogy. Here, for instance, there are maybe 2 words that are confusing you in terms of spelling because their spellings are similar. For instance, written and writing. So you tell yourself, add a double T for has written, but only 1 T for is writing. That helps you. Then you can say, spell with a G for in order to, but with the TH for many other ones. So this is comparing 2 similar words that usually confuse you because their spellings are very, very close and identical. The sixth strategy we have for you is visualization. This anybody can do. You can picture the word, because I used to learn spelling actually, and it's been proved. So your memory, when you write a word, as you know, will tell you that this word does not look correct. So try to visualize that word that you find difficult to spell. And later on, when you're writing it, your mind will tell you whether it's correct or not. This type of strategy helps a lot with words that are really difficult, like those that have silent letters, like psychology, or for professional terms like mise en place, different things, or hors d'oeuvre. These words are usually difficult to spell because they are professional terms. Visualization helps a lot with these words. You can form a mnemonic, which is a memory aid. You can check mnemonics for the words that you find difficult to spell, or you form one yourself. I'll give you examples. Look at one that I got online for the word separate, which many people misspell. Separate has a rat, meaning when you're spelling it, there is AR and not ER in it. There's RAT. And one that I formed myself, business starts with a bus. Many people write this word business starting with B-U-I instead of B-U-S. So business starts with a bus is a mnemonic or a memory aid that will help you to know that the word starts with B-U-S. Finally, there are spelling rules. There are many spelling rules that will help you and guide you. The problem with this is there are many rules and each rule has many exceptions. That is why you need other strategies like the ones we've taught you today to help you, and they are actually very interesting. One of the rules we're going to talk about, there are so many, you can find them online, but one rule to use as example is the general rule, write I before E, except after a C, which is why we have receive, EI, because there's a C. Deceive, EI, because there's a C. But thief, IE, there's no C. But you find out that there are many exceptions. As you can see, we have either, there's no C, but it's EI. Height, it's EI, and there's no C. And if the pronunciation is even totally different. So you can use the spelling rules, maybe one at a time. But if you have words that you find difficult to spell, and you actually know these words that are difficult to spell, I'll advise you to use a lot of the other strategies. You can choose one that resonates with you, or you can choose a mixture of them. And the more you practice, the better you will get at it. So I hope you've learned a lot today. Give us comments, tell us what you want us to teach you, and you can check and get in contact with us if you need a lesson, a one-on-one lesson or a school online lesson. Subscribe as well so that you will not miss any of our videos. See you in the next video.